Hello, everybody, and welcome into Madden America Stadium following Arizona State's 35-31 victory over UCF. ASU now moves to 7-2 on the season, 4-2 in Big 12 play. As always, my name is Justin Lester Tosa. That's publisher Hode Urbino. And Hode, coming into this game, we talked about some of the struggles that ASU might face. Obviously, 29 days was the last time they played here at home, so obviously having this home crowd is a big advantage, but not having Cam Skattebo, Keyshawn Elliott, clearly big blows for the Sun Devil team, but it's clear that a win is a win, and Kenny Dillingham said right after the game that they found a way, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, you're right, Justin. I think there's definitely some Mountain America Stadium magic over here. Aside from the win against Wyoming, every game was a nail-biter at one point or another, and this win against UCF was really no different. We knew it was going to be hard for the offense without Cam Skattebo. We knew the defense facing the best running back in the Big 12, R.J. Harvey, and boy, did he put on the show today. Really was going to be a challenge. But I think that the defense did step up when they had to, not only returning an interception for a touchdown, but also having some big stops in the fourth quarter. Special teams, the area that's been in the ire of ASU fans, it seems like all season long, also scored a touchdown too. So even when the offense was sputtering, even when the defense was definitely having some challenges here and there, I think that when it mattered the most, there were very specific plays where ASU was able to step up. I think UCF really shot themselves in the foot, once too many. But I think that bottom line is that ASU is proving that this 2024 season is even going to be this much more special. Last week, they doubled their number of victories from last season. They gained bowl eligibility. If anybody thought they were going to come out flat, not being able to handle success, here they are with another win. Again, it definitely wasn't smooth sailing, but there's not going to be an asterisk next to this victory.
Yeah, coming into this game, UCF was ranked third in the Big 12 in run defense, and obviously ASU didn't have Cam Skattebo, so more of a load on Kyson Brown, and the run game necessarily wasn't the biggest factor in terms of ASU's offensive success. But Sam Levitt, numbers might not jump off the page, but really helped lead ASU to this victory.
Yeah, I mean, I think Jordan Tyson said it after the game the best. Sam Levitt is a dog, D-A-W-G. And you're right, the numbers are not eye-popping, especially not compared to what he did at Oklahoma State, which was a career game for him, throwing for 304 yards. Tonight, 16 out of 25, 161 yards, but you did have 3 touchdown passes. And again, to your point, Justin, when you have a running game that you expect it to have some challenges tonight, it definitely was imperative for ASU to come out strong with their passing game, and that definitely wasn't the case for long periods of the game. And I think that if there's any kind of disappointment, and hard to be maybe disappointed after a win, but you had the 4th worst pass defense in the Big 12, averaging 248 yards, and ASU didn't come even close to gaining that figure. But again, it just really matters of just really doing the most when it really matters the most. I think that when it comes to the running game, Kyson Brown had 18 carries for 73 yards, averaging just over 4 yards a carry. I mean, not really a stellar game, for him. And again, without Cam Skattebo, we knew it was going to be hard for him, hard for the entire running game to really get going. But I think at some points the running game did just enough to keep the chains moving. Sam Levitt, I don't know if he ran for really a plethora of yards or plethora of carries. With the sacks, only had 11 carries for 22 yards, but it does seem like there really were much more than just 22 yards, and obviously being sacked a few times doesn't really figure in. But Sam Levitt was able to move the chain with his feet on more than one occasion. What else can you say about Jordan Tyson? 7 receptions, 99 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And it's not only Sam Levitt really scrambling and making sure he can find it, but Jordan Tyson making himself open time and time again, whether it's a touchdown or whether it's a first down. It really is something to behold. I think he's going to go down as one of the best receivers we have seen this century in Tempe. And we talked a lot about, okay, who else is going to step up besides Jordan Tyson and Shimon Meteor? The tight end, by the way, did have the 3rd touchdown reception that Sam Levitt tossed. Well, I mean, Melquan Stovall only had one reception, but it was for 12 yards. Obviously moved the chain. Xavier Guillory had 1 reception, only for 9 yards, but that also did move the chains. So even though the other wide receivers didn't put up any gaudy numbers, again, against a defense which I really thought they were able to inflict some damage on, it did just enough. And I think maybe the theme of this game, Justin, is just like ASU doing just enough on offense, just enough on defense, just enough on special teams to come away with a precious conference victory.
Yeah, and Hody mentioned it, ASU on both ends of the field really just did just enough, and defensively gave up 31 points, which is a pretty big margin, but a crucial pick 6 by LT Welch, and really towards the end of that game, locking down and making sure that they didn't score and really get ahead even more so. And special teams as well, part of the talk of the town about one of ASU's flaws, especially after that Cincinnati game, but really stepped up big.
Yeah, Justin. I mean, this was a crazy 9-second sequence deep into the second quarter, a sequence I don't think ASU fans are going to forget anytime soon. After Shimon Mateer touchdown reception, here comes the UCF kick returner. You think he was going to take a knee and just to take the touchback ball in the 25. Inexplicably, he tries to take the ball out of the end zone, runs back, almost is tackled for a safety. The play was reviewed. Then it was ruled that, okay, it's going to be on the 1-yard line for UCF. And then you have Dylan Rizek, who I'll give him credit. I mean, definitely did play a good game. But when he, was tasked with trying to get UCF out of that jam, out of being, very, very deep in their own territory, he does throw a pick 6 to who else but LT Welch. I mean, you talk about a cornerback coming off the bench last week in Stillwater, having 4 pass breakups, all of them in the second half. And tonight, definitely, I think the difference on the scoreboard, having a pick 6, very, very late in the second quarter. It really was the first half, which I think a lot of the momentum was on UCF side. But here comes ASU, absolutely able to turn the tables. And we talked about special teams, a punt block by freshman linebacker Martell Hughes, returned by sophomore safety Montana Warren for a touchdown. Again, if maybe someone going to point to that being the difference on the scoreboard. But like I said, Justin, for a special teams unit that has absolutely drew so much criticism this season, I think it was nice to have that moment of redemption and to score a crucial touchdown. And again in a game that really was very, very tight. But when we look at R.J. Harvey, I mean, you really have to give him a lot of kudos. I mean, absolute stellar game. 25 carries, 127 yards, scoring 3 touchdowns. I thought he had a very, very quiet first half, and I think the defense did anything good in the first half was really contending R.J. Harvey. But R.J. Harvey was absolutely busting loose time and time again in the second half. It looked like the defense did not really have any answers to them, but again, the theme of the night, doing just enough, and we were able to stop him late in the fourth quarter. Now you had a redshirt freshman quarterback, Dylan Rizek, who played much better in the first half, but the second half definitely was struggled. So in their obvious passing situation, a lot of third and longs, he was not able to come up for the Knights. So I think this defense, like we saw many times this year, especially at home, just a lot of bend but not break. And when you score a touchdown, when you also have special teams chipping in with a touchdown, even on a so-so night for the offense, that was ultimately the difference on the scoreboard.
So ASU now improves obviously to 7-2 on the season, 5-0 here at home at Madden America Stadium, but hit the road again. Next up on the calendar is Kansas State in Manhattan. And Kansas State, especially in that environment, one of the better teams in this entire conference. Going to be a huge hurdle for ASU to overcome, but they've proven time and time again they could overcome that adversity.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not comparing the game that took place in Stillwater to what's going to take place in Manhattan next week. Obviously, those two teams are just polar opposite in the standings, polar opposite in the way their season now is going. But the big question is Cam Scotty also going to miss the game at Kansas State because this offense maybe expectedly, maybe not, struggled quite a bit without having the star running back in the lineup, and that's why it's imperative for the passing game to pick up the slack. I think this Kansas State defense, without looking at the statistical standings, is definitely a better pass defense than what ASU encountered tonight. So I definitely think it's imperative for the passing game to really learn a lot and really be able to make sure they can implement the correct lessons from this game. I've said it many times before that you can look at all these white knuckle wins and wish that ASU would have a smoother ride. Well, nobody complains when the game goes in the W column, and B, much easier to learn and really identify your mistakes and correct them after a win versus after a loss. So I think it's going to be a very crucial film session for ASU if they want to come away with a lot of people would call probably an improbable win in Manhattan, Kansas. But you look at this team, Justin, and okay, now it's time for me to say mi culpa. I picked ASU to finish 6-6. Yes, I was wrong. But let's be fair. A lot of people didn't even pick him even to win 6 games. So don't look at me, picking to win six wins and actually gaining 7. But just another opportunity next week for ASU to make what already is a special season that much more special. So I'm really curious how they're going to come out next week with or without Cam Scadaboo. But this is an absolutely a team, Justin. You just cannot count them out. Whether it's at home, whether it's on the road, and I think that really the sky's the limit for the Sun Devil team. They really make it fun for the fans. I think whoever's in Mount America Stadium tonight definitely got their money's worth.
Well, thank you, Holt, for all your insight. Another huge win for ASU here in Tempe. So to stay locked in on all the coverage, go to DevilsDigest.com. Follow Devils Digest on Twitter at DevilsDigest. We'll talk to you guys next week. Thanks for watching.